Hi there, I'm in Freelton, Ontario, Canada. I've never heard of Freelton before, and I thought I knew Southern Ontario pretty well, but on the Sidekick Hangout video I put up not too long ago, John Dorosh, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, suggested visiting the Freelton Antique Mall, which I've never heard of that either. Headed down here not too far from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. And let's take a look and see what's inside. And I've got Eric joining me for this walkthrough from the Isle of Man.
Good evening, thank you.
And here's the quaint little door. It's like walking into somebody's house.
That's awesome. Oh, cool. Walking down into it too. That's
yeah. Neat. Yeah, because a lot of these man caves and toy rooms are...
Oh, wow. Right off the bat, huh?
Well, I've actually edited this out of sequence a little bit. This is on the second floor.
Oh, wow.
I thought most of the people watching this channel are going to want to see this right off the bat.
I love those single bags, though. Single bagged vintage figures like that. There's always some cool stuff to be found.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Canada, gotta have one of those.
Nice.
Yeah, and the whole store really is just very eclectic and there isn't just a toy section in one spot and dishes in another spot. That's part of the fun of it. It just never ends seeing cool stuff mingled all amongst itself.
Nice. Oh, Mark's toys. Oh my
yeah.
I love those. Oh, nice. Doctor Who. Is that a Doctor Who figure with the T-1000 in there?
I don't know. I've seen some of those weird knockoffs.
Michael Jackson. That's great.
Gotta have some Mounties.
Yeah.
There's some newer stuff mingled in there too. Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, the Seven Dwarfs vinyls are cool. That's neat.
Lunchboxes.
Wow.
Joe's. Don't know what that is. Something Karate Kid figures.
Karate Kid referee. How funny.
Yeah.
Sato.
Great selection here of the really obscure stuff. Not just the hits, but the Remco and the Coleco. A lot of people sleep on Coleco and Remco when it comes to vintage 80s toys, but they did some quality stuff. Thundercats.
Thundercats, yeah.
Prices are pretty good too.
Some X-Men, Toy
Knockoff wrestler. Star Wars.
Episode 1 figures.
That's part of the fun of hunting, sifting through all the 90s and 2000s figures and finding an 80s thing.
Rambo.
Yep.
Force of Freedom.
I call the hoodie Rambo the Canadian Rambo, or the Arctic Rambo, because can't go bare chested in Canada.
Venkman. Oh, Venkman, nice.
Yeah. A Bill Murray figure. You got old cans there too.
That's a great that pirate gun. That's cool.
Cap gun or something.
Oh, Figment. Oh, my Figment is Carla's favorite. She loves Figment.
Y-Wing.
Oh, they have the that's a Centurion, right?
Yeah, Doc Terror.
Yeah. Wow, look at all that stuff.
Some Masters of the Universe.
So this has got to be one of Microman. That's nice. I think those are some of the most beautiful looking figures ever made.
Is that Paunch?
Chip? Yeah, that's Paunch. Chip.
Paunch, Mego.
Yeah, nice. Oh, so this is like their
quality stuff.
Mego arena.
Yeah. Well, anytime I ever heard of Mego before, I think of the 8-inch dolls, but they were ahead of the game. G.I. Joe and Real American Hero was very inspired by the little Star Tours poster.
Gorgeous Star Tours poster. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's cool.
Sectars.
Sectors.
Mentor.
Really? I mean, I'm assuming that's $25 Canadian. That's
Canadian.
Reasonable, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of stuff is in nice condition too.
Oh, is that not Bionic 6? That's
Captain Power.
Captain Power, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I like the Scooby-Doos. Oh, A-Team guys, and that's cool.
I went as slow as I could here with the camera, but there's just so much and so many people, and it's about as slow as I could go.
Sailor Moons. Where was that guy? Oh, Egon.
Ghostbusters.
Nice. That looks fairly well organized too. That's not something you usually see.
Yeah,
Yeah, for as mishmash as everything is, there's a Gizmo back there.
I don't know what the hell those guys were.
It doesn't look like a complete, just junk pile like sometimes you can see at a convention.
Yeah. Well, those marked Willow figures. Wow.
Yeah, the little miniature PVC Willow.
One of my top lists of things, and I passed them up once, and I never saw them again on eBay or anywhere else. Where there were these 6-inch Marx plastic spacemen. They're basically astronaut silver, and I've never seen them anywhere else. They were at a antique store in Fredericksburg, Virginia, when I was there visiting once, and I never saw them again. And those were one of those things where it's like, if I ever see those, and I'm expecting to see them at some point in this video.
Yeah, well, I can go back and grab them for you. If you see them, let me know. I'll go back and grab them.
Nice. Mask guys, nice.
Yeah.
Darth Mauls. Ooh, nice Batmobile. I think that was from the Batman Robin one, right?
Yeah.
That was a Joe vehicle, right? That combat sled, yeah.
Recon sled. There's the Ghostbusters toilet. It's got a ghost in it. Some of the newer Joes or less vintage Joes, I guess.
Yeah, the 25th. Are these the 25th anniversary? Or
No, late early 2000s, I believe. I mean, these are so old now. We can't really call them vintage anymore, or we can't call them newer. We got to call them just not quite as vintage. Mm-hmm. Fall Guy truck.
Fall Guy truck, nice.
Yeah.
You have a 1/24 scale version of those, right? Like
1/18. Yeah.
Oh, that Hot Wheels rescue vehicle, that weird looking one that looked like a Nile monitor lizard. I loved that thing when I was a kid.
Oh, who's this dude?
That's an Ultraman. He's, I think, Ultra 7 or something like that.
Yeah, these are super expensive.
Oh, look at that one. I can't remember its name. That astronaut-y looking one is cool.
They have such a wide range here of very, very affordable, cheap, and also look at the $250 for that.
Lord.
Yeah.
That's one of those. I don't know anything about that one, but I guarantee if it's that expensive, it's got to be, a pretty rare one.
If it's that much, it must glow in the dark.
Yeah. Gal Ranger. Nice. Yeah. That looks like Spike. Oh, look, Battle Armor He-Man.
Stripe. Yeah. Kremlin's LJN. Supernatural. It's the great thing about holograms. They'll never stop working on you.
Need no batteries. Perseus. I
love
that. That's the Clash of the Titan. That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. In fact, I had the Kraken. Ooh, are these animation cells?
I don't know if they're actual cells. I don't think they're expensive enough. They're just framed pictures, but
nice.
Recreations of cells probably.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mask picture.
Oh, that mask picture is cool, isn't it?
Some storybooks.
Operation Outer Space.
With some of that artwork is by Earl Norham.
Mm-hmm. Those are pretty. Those are the kind of things too that I think look great on a wall.
Yeah.
Those kind of old storybook things and packs and sets and everything.
The Sergeant Rock. Sergeant Rock, I think, is basically where Hawk is derived from. G.I. Joe's General Hawk, Colonel Hawk in the comics. Look at that. Ninjor. Only $20. Missing everything, but pretty affordable. And I did end up picking one of those up.
Nice.
Hot Wheels. Tons of Sectors.
Yeah. Oh, is that on the left? That Skeletor? Is he? Yeah, and then there's the newer He-Man, the Space He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
New adventures.
Yeah.
Huge Sector section. There was. Mm-hmm. Maybe when this video comes out, there won't be for much longer. What? Yeah. Sectors? You never see these around this area, but here they are.
This person has a lot of them in the store too, and they're pretty reasonable. $15 a pop. That's not bad at all.
Parts too. The wings are always broken off of those glow-in-the-dark Parafly.
Wow. Spider-Man.
Newer Spidey stuff. Some Mego outfits.
Captain Planet. Oh, wow. Carded Star Trek Next Generation figure. That's one of those that you see those carded Star Trek Next Gen figures all the time, and you know it's because kids didn't buy those. Those are all the adult viewers of the show that bought those and kept them in the package.
And I see them all the time in comic shops and vintage toy shops for $10 each. Mint on card. It's pretty cool that you can buy a mint on card figure for cheaper than what most new mint on card figures go for at Walmart or Toys R Us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knit Magic by Mattel.
Wow. Actually, kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, I won't even lie. I wanted an easy bake oven so bad. When I was a kid, I was like, all I could think of was like just as many cakes and cookies as I wanted.
Oh my God! No! Little freak out there.
The pain.
The horror.
Yeah.
The horror.
Oh, Space Precinct. That was a cool show. It wasn't on very long, but it was kind of cool.
I didn't know that. That's why I wanted you on here. I've never heard of Space Precinct.
It was. I think it was a British show, maybe Australian, that was produced, and I want to say that it was it Sid and Marty Krofft? It was one of those like that. They'd done a bunch of those kind of shows, those sci-fi shows. Yeah, it was around for God, I think like one season, and they made some toys for some reason. I thought it was a great show. It was weird. It was like late 90s, late 90s, something like that, like 96, 97. We aired it on the TV station I worked at way back when. Nice. Yeah, these color books are awesome. I love those.
Oh, this is great right here. Mask.
Oh wow, look at that.
Candy cups.
Nice. Ooh, an Indian Last Crusade. What is that? Is that an adventure?
Read along adventure. Yeah.
Mini Mites. I remember those. Wow.
These days you buy something like that and you just get a link to download the thing.
Yeah.
The mask.
Nice.
I picked these up because I don't have any carded mask anything, so I thought it would look cool, just anything carded mask hanging behind the mask stuff.
Huh. Barbie's brief sponsorship by Coca-Cola, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that Coke lamp is really cool.
Yeah, so it's not just toys here, it's all these old collectibles. A lot of Coke and
Snoopy
Pepsi.
thing is cool. I like the little Snoopies too. Oh, that skull and crossbones wood thing was cool. What is that? Oh my gosh, this is like a haven. I could spend about 2 days in this place and probably come back for more. Oh,
goes on forever. Canada, eh?
Molson on Draught. Yep.
Quite a bit of Barbie stuff here. Barbie pool.
Is that a very Canadian Barbie? No, I was just thinking Noel Barbie.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola.
Pool party. Christmas bears. Winnie the Pooh. Tigger.
Well, it reminds me when I used to visit my cousin. She had a big Barbie collection, and she had a big like doll house and all this sort of stuff. And what I'd do is I would ransack her doll house, then put the GI Joes around like they're just hanging out. Like the Joes would come in. So he used to drive her crazy.
California raisins.
Nice. Oh, what is that? Is that Yellow Submarine? Is that what I saw back there? An AMT Yellow Submarine model?
I think so.
That's cool. Oh, that Willie's Jeep is cool.
Go by.
Yeah, it's got to be what that is. Yes. Oh, wow. Look at that. I've never even seen that. I didn't know
I wish I had panned up a little bit, but...
Oh, cool. That Batmobile set. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. More Micromen. Wow, somebody just must have unloaded a whole bunch of Micromen. That's indie stuff.
Yeah, that was a vintage, I believe, indie.
Wow.
With Cairo disguise.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like, there are a couple of these stores like this, in Sacramento. I don't know that I'd say anything quite like this. There were a few antique shops. Oh, look at that gorgeous Star Wars.
From Droids.
Yeah. Wow.
Not actual Star Wars, but Droids lightsaber.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a Japanese one too. Look at the R2. The Japanese R2. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be one of the wind-up ones.
IG-88.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the more collectible Japanese toys is there's a wind-up R2-D2, and I didn't get too close of a look at it, but that could have been it.
Big old van for your 12-inch GI Joes.
Yeah, that could be the Covert Beach Cruiser.
Yeah,
nice. Tron Legacy. That was a cool toy. Yeah.
Some vintage Trek. Hard to see this stuff because it's.
That's cool. Those vintage Trek dolls are cool.
The cabinet it's in is just packed.
Wow.
That's I don't know if it's a vintage AT-AT or a new one. that from the 90s Power of the Force, but it's cool.
Oh, look. Oh, those, I think, were those the ghost hosts in the back? I didn't quite see. God, Carla would go berserk for that.
There's a Canadian Wolverine.
Nice. Let's see. I don't know what is that, a Gargoyles toy? I don't know what that is.
Not sure.
Lots of Power Rangers. Power Rangers are one of those things that I don't know one from the other. It's like,
and there's so much of it.
Yeah.
And it looks like everything. Like the Zords from Power Rangers look like Dinobots, or like Takara, Japanese exclusives. There's this
they're
thing, that's for
they're
Sean
hardcore
Fuster
fans.
right
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. They're those hardcore Power Rangers fans that'll be like, well, dude, you can't tell the Gaku Ranger from a Shodan Ranger, and you're like, sorry.
And actually, I can't.
Yeah.
There's a Dragon Walker in there, just kind of
just there.
Yeah, just sitting there.
That Venom thing is cool. That's some sort of Spawn Venom. I actually see, like, I really dig those Pepsi cups.
Who are you gonna call?
Oh, nice.
Ghosts. Smurfs.
Symbols and Smurfs. God, who didn't have a few of those when they were a kid, like 84, right?
I saw a great parody of the Conan Creed. What is Smurf in life? To smurf your enemies, see them smurf before you, and hear the smurfing of their smurfs.
That's great. Do you ever see that one with a baby where he's clearly eating like a blueberry muffin or something like that?
No.
And he's like holding it up, and he's got it all over his face, and he's saying, "Bring me another Smurf." It's hysterical.
Oh. Pez.
Oh yeah, gotta love Pez.
It all started with Pez. Pez was like the precursor to Funko Pops, I think.
I think so, yeah. Oh, look, that's a Captain
Power.
Yeah,
yep.
Captain Power, yeah. Terminators. Lots of the same Terminators.
Yeah, if only there had been a Terminator cartoon.
Hook? What is that? Cochise. Oh, God, I didn't even know that.
Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Trek.
Ah, Cisco. Best captain ever.
Yeah, O'Brien.
Yeah,
you got a figure. Cool character.
Yeah. I love the whole tortured O'Brien cult. That was the whole thing with DS9, is how many different ways they could torture Miles O'Brien.
Yeah.
Oh, nice A-Wing. That's hard to find, the original one. I don't know if that's a Power of the Force 2 or an original one.
Probably.
Yeah.
Power of the Force 2. Mickey. There hasn't been a lot of Mickey lately. I don't feel like I don't see tons of Mickey whenever I go to Walmart or Toys R Us.
No, I think they're trying to kind of reinvent him and give him some new relevance. They've got this cartoon out now on the Disney Network and Disney Plus and all that. That's like it's almost like it's like a SpongeBob-ish sort of Mickey. It's really weird. It's a really, really weird cartoon.
There's another Canuck.
Yeah,
Roddy Piper.
Roddy. Oh, those little metal planes. I loved those things when I was a kid.
George the Animal Steel. Yeah, they got LJN wrestlers everywhere too. That's one of the big fun things about the store, is you could just be walking through a bunch of nice dishes and vintage cups and plates, and then there's George the Animal Steel.
God, the store is fantastic. Yeah, they don't really have that. I don't know. I mean, other than like antique stores, but they didn't have anything that had this kind of collection and this kind of variety to it.
Yeah, like a vintage toy store, that's all they got is vintage toys. And a vintage like antique shop never has Danny from New Kids on the Block or any of these other Star Wars and Playmobil. This is a really nice blend of the two.
Yeah.
So it's a great place for, someone to take their wife or their date to. Or husband or whatever, just there's something for everyone here. The kids.
Yeah, there really is. Well, I got that New Kids on the Block doll. I remember there was this. I don't know why it made me remember this, but a long time ago, this girlfriend of mine, when 90210 was popular and they came out with the line of dolls for that, she bought a Shannon Doherty doll, and I was like, why are you buying just that one? And she goes, trust me. She says, trust me. If you buy any of them, this is the one you want to have.
It's a Cameron Diaz doll.
Nice.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels. It's great.
Oh, this one's familiar.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Now, is that the real thing, VHS? Or is it an imposter?
It is copy. I, 'cause, 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 ' That's so weird. It would almost be awesome to have on your shelf. It's just a weirdo.
There's this guy phone.
E.T. God, I think I had that thing when I was a kid. Yeah,
Star Wars.
There was. No, you know what? It was the one that was like had a almost like a vinyl covering on it. He wasn't.
Oh, that one. I remember that
one.
Yeah,
that was the one I had.
Hangman.
Nice. Those little board games. Body wrap.
Body wrap.
If that doesn't scream 90s, I don't know what does.
Old wrestling magazines.
Oh, that's right.
San Martino.
Nice.
Viewfinder, Viewmaster.
Those are great.
Oh man, I love my Viewmaster. It's like a basically precursor to the internet.
Mm-hmm. I used to always take those discs and see if I could figure out a way of projecting them with a flashlight. I would I was on the right track, just never successful.
You need a strong enough light, like an overhead projector or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Great thing about those is no batteries required.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you just held it up to the light, right?
Held up to the light, yeah.
Yeah. That's one drawback of all of the mobile devices these days. Always looking in that top corner. How much battery do I have left?
Yeah.
Wonder if that's like creating anxiety in people. You know, like battery drainage anxiety.
Well, it's like I can tell you, I have an electric car, and even that, I'm always looking to be like, okay, we're at 44. Can I get home? Yeah.
What's that? The new the long way up with Ewan and Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
They just did the new one, and that was actually a big part of the show. Is I forget what they called it, but there's a term for it, like distance anxiety, charge anxiety, because they were on electric bikes on that one.
Yeah. Well, that was the reason. The reason I even bought one is I always wanted one, but it was just never practical. And here, it's like you really can't drive anywhere on the island without and fully deplete your battery. So I finally picked one up.
Yeah.
That's cool. What is that? That car? Was that a Ninja Turtle thing? Wasn't that those?
I think it was.
Yeah, there's like forget what they call them. The alien teens.
The new.
Oh, that's cool. The Cookie to Heart, something like that. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that was slightly ahead of me, or behind me. I don't know. After me, I guess.
It'd probably make a good Silverhawks villains vehicle too.
Yeah.
Since they never.
Oh, look at the Ferrari back there, the 3-weight GTB.
Yeah, it was a General.
Yeah. I
had that one when I was a kid. Loved it.
That was cool. Mm-hmm.
Mego, General Lee. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Game Central. Who would have ever thought that these old systems and cartridges would be just as special as like old figures and toys? Because my stuff just sat in a box for years, and I was like, old relic, outdated. Who needs it? And decade goes by, and thank God I kept my NES and my Genesis.
Oh man, yeah, it was smart. Well, it's crazy because there was a time where you could find that stuff like old NESs at garage sales for $20 with 10 games.
Yeah,
you're not gonna find that anymore. Oh, that's cool.
This is awesome. Yeah,
cool.
I got some extra footage of this. I really wanted to focus on it because this was back when there wasn't 1,000 different Spider-Man figures in 20 different scales.
Yeah. I
think I come back to it in a second when I realized like this is like one of the first Spider-Man figures.
Remco. The amazing energized Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Motorized web climber. I just thought, wow, that's a real piece of history there. Cool. It's one of the newer ones. It might have been the 90s or the early 2000s when they brought 12-inch Joe back, but that's a cool set with a canine.
I like it, a German Shepherd, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's I like those, what are those little Superman and Batman something? Pocket superheroes or something like that? What are those?
No.
Nano.
Mindy. You just got everything here. Alf. The old Alfer. Remember me? We're trying to forget.
They've got to bring that show back, though. That'd be a great one to bring.
I think they're working on it. This is the second level, so it's a two-level store.
Look at that. That's amazing.
The toys are all on the second level, which, I love that because my toy store, it was a department store with a toy section. When I was growing up, the toys were all on the second floor. So I love going upstairs to a toy section. This guy's still going and going. Muppet Babies.
Miss Piggy Bank. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. Can't bring that show back because of kind of the rights issues with all the movie footage. It's in chaos. Buckaroo. I've never heard of some of these games. Pendulart?
Pendulart. Cash registers.
Radar search?
That's like Cold War space era, right?
Yeah. The Russians are invading, Dad. Ballad of Davy Crockett. There's a JYD. Junkyard Dog.
Oh, that's cool. That robot thing. What is that? That's not a. I don't know what that is. It's not a Shogun Warriors or anything.
I was just about to say that. I wondered if it was Shogun Warriors. The Birdman Coco Beware.
Those are really good, and that's the same LJN line, right? Those ones that was like sort of single piece. Yeah, those are. That was a great idea for a toy set. It was simple, but it was so much character in those figures. It was really cool
and indestructible.
Yeah.
Probably the most fun toy to smash and bash back in the day.
Yeah.
Brave Star.
Good Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh, Droid Factory. I loved that toy when I was a kid. Loved it. I used to play that thing for hours.
Max Rebo.
That Star Wars game. I just bought the, not too long ago, I bought the reissue of that.
I was so happy to see Max Rebo in the first episode of Boba Fett, too. Oh,
nice. That was a nice kind of young nod, yeah.
Some ceramic stuff. I'm just too clumsy. I wouldn't want to buy any of this stuff. That's why I'm into toy collecting. I drop my stuff. It needs to be plastic. That's why I rarely buy NECA.
I have a curio cabinet full of stuff that I've either gotten from my grandparents or amassed little important things, and it's like really honestly I think my love for having things in glass cabinets comes from my grandma. She had one when we were a kid, and she had all these little goodies and all that stuff. And so I have similar, and it's all stuff I've gotten from her, or places I've been or whatnot. And it's kind of stuck out of the way in my kitchen. And it's kind of in one of those spots I thought like nobody could possibly damage anything. And like a few weeks ago, somebody that was at my house for one of our gaming nights turned around and like shouldered this thing like a rocket. And luckily, only 2 things broke, but it was like, dude, how on earth did you manage to do that? It was absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I've never seen so many Detolfs in my life.
Yeah.
This place is packed with them. Kind of going back and forth between, parts of the store and back to the toy section. There's that Action Jackson Mego foil.
What is that thing? That coffin-looking thing? That's not from Voltron, right?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a Scott Hall Mexican knockoff thumb wrestler.
Oh, look at that
Western.
Wild Bill. I've never seen that.
These guys get their own toy line, the M&M's guys.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
I had a friend that was really big into those. He used to like have these kind of things, like the little toys and display things. Yeah.
It'd be cool if they held M&M's.
Yeah.
Tito Santana, arriba! Another random LJN figure.
Nice.
Vintage Star Wars.
And I love how you just see the vintage Star Wars just kind of stuffed here and there. And
yeah. Joe's Maverick. Battle Force 2000. Random Barbie. Random Garfield. I love that he's just sitting on top of this cabinet thing.
I have one of those stuffed Garfields somewhere that was a toy from when I was a kid, and I think his eyes and his nose are all bashed in or something like that. Probably see the one I used to have. I used to have one of those Papa Smurfs. I remember that.
That Garfield's from the movie, I believe.
Well, it's funny. I used the Smurfs was such a popular show. We used to watch it when we were kids, and I didn't know this, but I always thought they were supposed to be a few inches tall. And a friend of mine that is in the know of these sort of things, he said, no, they're 4 apples tall. So actually, those little larger stuffed animals are right about like what it should be life size.
Yeah, I always thought they were supposed to be teeny tiny, but I remember the song saying they were 3 or 4, whatever it is, apples high. I'm like, that sounds too big compared to how big they are on the show next to Gargamel. Marching Mickey Mouse. Gargoyles. Light up desk. Some of the 90s Star Wars 12-inchers.
Jedi Luke. Wow.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. GoBots Psykill Enemy GoBot set. It's like a costume.
Yeah.
That's why.
Part of this.
That's cosplay in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's brazoodle, as the Brits would say.
Oh, those little corgis.
Now, I always called Matchbox dinky cars when I was a kid, and I never knew where that came from. And there was an actual line of toys called Dinky Toys. Yeah, that's where I got that from.
I remember that very well when you used to go to a toy shop, and they had like a rotisserie of the Matchbox cars, and you'd say, "Oh, I want number 14," and they'd get you out the little box, the little car in the box. I don't know if you remember that. I vividly remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, figuring Dan back in the back. That's funny.
Now check this out.
Oh, wow.
Big Trouble in Little China game. I think it's a game.
Holy smokes.
Upper Deck.
Like a card game by Upper Deck?
I'm not sure. It's not cheap, though, but he's got the lipstick.
That's great.
Take your best shot. I can take it. That looks like a Connery.
Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it?
Like an unofficial 12-inch, like a 12-inch army guy based on Connery. I know Dragon used to do that all the time.
God, it's a really detailed looking gun, machine gun. They got him a turtle balloon. Well, lots of turtles.
Bubble bomber. Complete, 134. I don't know if that's a good price. Maybe it is. Probably
Turtle's one of those things that's like my brother's brother little brother was into those. I remember in high school going over to his house and he had all his toys all up around his room. He had like every single one of them. Wheaties
boxes. Back when they used to put guys on the box of Wheaties. They used to be like being on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you'd put on a Wheaties box these days.
They're probably more concerned with social media.
Mark Hamill. The old Alfer. Remember me? I really hope he makes a comeback. There's a chameleon. Sartan's chameleon. Alf stuff is good. I think it holds up. It's pretty biting sarcasm, funny.
Well, it probably doesn't hurt that apparently the guy that wrote that show is like a raging cokehead.
Oh no!
It explains a lot. Yeah, it really does explain a lot.
I love Lucy. There's a new movie on Amazon with Nicole Kidman as Lucy.
Oh, it is. Oh, wow.
Yeah, another Joe Set Arctic Adventure.
Yeah,
be good for a custom thing figure.
Is that Donnie Osmond?
Yeah, it's Donnie. And that's it.
Nice. Oh man, what a place. That's just amazing. I mean, I don't know of any place quite like that in the U.S. There's some sort of antique malls and antique shops where I used to live in Alameda and places like that. But I've never seen anything that had this, how shall I put it? Eclectic yet focused collection of things. It's like they have all this sort of stuff, but it has sort of a discernible theme almost.
Harmony.
Yeah, I mean, harmony is a good way to put it. But they don't have anything like this where I live now, and I don't know that there even is across or anything in England. But man, I do miss these kind of rummage kind of places where you can just kind of discover this. Really amazing.
Well, thanks for joining me, Eric. It was a blast taking a virtual trip through with you. And
for sure. Thank you.
Glad you had fun.
Thank you very much. A lot of fun.
So that's a tour of the Freelton Antique Mall, and I just spent about an hour in there. I love how the entrance is just a door. You open it, it's like the door to a home, and browsing through the whole place, it's like walking through somebody's giant personal collection. It was a lot of fun. Picked up a couple of items for not too much dough either. Love these obscure items, especially mask. Where's mask? It's right here. Picked up some party masks. I figured these would look cool just hanging in behind the mask collection. And candy cups with Matt Tracker and Thunderhawk on it. Picked up a couple of Garfields for Mom. She loves Garfield, Christmas Garfield as well. And recently picked up a Captain Power Power Jet. Reacquired the Power Jet after selling one a couple of years ago. So I picked up an extra Captain Power for dirt cheap for him to pilot it. And I'm always saying buy incomplete, it's cheaper. It's a Ninjor, and he was 20 bucks Canadian, which works out to probably about $2 American these days. So I love the new Origins Ninjor. I think he's even better. I still do, even though I'm holding a vintage Ninjor in my hand. Still think the Origins is better. Love the extra. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know he did that. He's got like a Jitsu or Fisto Power Punch. I still prefer the Origins one over this one, but I thought if I can find another Origins one cheap, take all of the accessories off of him, put the armor on him, give him all the weapons, then I've got a masked Ninjor and an unmasked Ninjor. Since the Origins one, the one thing it can't do that the original one did was have a face. So really awesome to finally track one of these down. It's in really beautiful condition too. Lots of good prices in there. Freelton is not too far from Kitchener if you're in that area. It's not too far from Toronto. It's a bit of a drive, but it might be a good idea to get out of Toronto for a little bit every once in a while, just for your sanity. Thanks for coming along with this tour. Thanks again to John for recommending this place. This is a true hidden gem that I never knew existed, and definitely going to be coming back here. Lots of awesome antiques, not even toy related, just kind of cool to walk through history and see some of the old collectibles before plastic became a real thing, toy collecting, some of the old board games and stuff like that. And then there is an actual dedicated toy section in here, which is just fantastic. So thanks for watching. Take care. Nerd mistakes.